into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Woo! Yes! Bring it! Come on! Bring it! Better watch out!
Better not cry, I'm telling you why.
Sing it!
That was a good one. That was when Michael Jackson was black. Okay?
Yes! Yes! He was black.
Was black for real.
For real, for real.
Nappy-headed and everything.
Exactly.
Not that there's anything wrong with nappy. I love it. Go
yes,
ahead.
nappy and proud. Hey! You are watching the Blackish recap here on AfterBuzz. This is episode 10, Black Santa, White Christmas. And I am joined with our favorite, Kevin John.
I didn't know I was a favorite, but thank you. Yes. That makes me, as long as I'm a favorite to somebody. Because I wasn't my mother's favorite son, so, you know.
Yeah. So you guys did an amazing job last time when you were on the show hosting, and I unfortunately couldn't make it, but now I get to host with you. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well and blessed. And, you know, I want to tell you, as far as being excited, thank you for hooking me up with some Christmas paraphernalia. Because this, I like the way you pat it, too. But thank you, because now I feel like actually in the Christian, I'm all over the place, Christmas mood.
Christmas. Yes, yes. Happy holidays, everyone. This was the Christmas episode where a lot went down. How do you feel about this episode?
You know, I think, you know, I love, and one of the things I love about the show are just the stereotypes pertaining to black culture. But one of the stereotypes that I thought was the most hilarious, or not necessarily hilarious, but just one of the things is the whole black Santa Claus thing.
Yes.
Because, you know, you always associate Santa with being a Caucasian, overweight man with a nice white beard. You know, nobody ever puts color on Santa, like a Hispanic Santa, black Santa, Asian Santa. I mean, you always just think Saint Nick is this white guy because that's what, you know, through history, the mythological character is, you know, excuse me, the real character is. There's people watching, there's kids watching. Yeah, Santa's real. So
Santa's real.
But, you know, it's funny because, you know, even when I was a kid, you know, I would always associate the white Santa because that's all I saw. And I remember my mother, once I became a, you know, when I was about 5 or 6, she used to always have a Christmas party and have a black Santa come over. And I remember I used to tell my mom, Mom, that's not Santa. She's like, why? I'm like, Mom, because he's darker. He's dark skinned. That's not Santa, Mom. But so it just shows you how, you know, growing up, you're indoctrinated with this idea that Santa is this big white man. And I didn't even believe it at first. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know. So your mom had a black Santa come to the house.
She would have a black Santa come to my house, yeah, for Christmas. She did it for about 5 to 6 consecutive years. Even after I, you know, was post-adolescent, she would still host a Christmas party with a black Santa.
So she was a lot like Dre. Like, there needs to be a black Santa.
Yes. Hey, seriously. Actually, I'm going to be playing Santa this year when I go back home. But Santa's going to be a little anorexic if it's me. So we're going to have to figure something out. We're going to put some pillows or something.
Right, do the fat suit like Dre did. So in this episode, Dre, Fred Garner, his company that Dre works at, they always have a Santa Claus every year. And so for this episode, unfortunately, Fred Garner, the one who plays the Santa Claus every year, who's in accounting, passed away. Yeah. And so now Dre sees that this is his chance to finally have a black Santa and be the black Santa, but then they hire Angelica, the Hispanic woman, as the Santa, and Dre takes that personally is a little salty about it. Yeah,
absolutely. He was more than salty. He was fresh. He orchestrated a plan on how to get it back to him being Santa.
Yes, and he did though. He did. But I thought what was so funny was that conversation about how black people can't be racist and how there's an order for which there has to be a first. There's the Caucasian is first, and then second you have to have a black president or Santa, and then is the Mexican or Hispanic Santa or. So I'm like, what? So do you think black people can be racist?
Of course. I mean, have you seen all the tweets and stuff in social media, especially the last couple of weeks with all going on in the world? You know, I don't think necessarily, I wouldn't say that black people are being racist. I think that black people are just being real sometimes and expressing real situations. And, you know, I think that with that being said, there's no discrimination or prejudice within black folks, but yeah, they do have very strong opinions on certain things, culturally speaking. So yeah, I thought that was funny how he went down the order as well: black or white, black, Mexican. You know?
Yeah. So we had our white president, we have our black president, and I guess now it's up for Hispanic community to have their president, right?
That is, I can see it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States of America, Guadalupe Victor Suarez.
What?
President Suarez.
Oh my God.
I have no idea. That just sounded strange. But what if there was a President Suarez? You heard it first here.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You did.
Well, actually, you know, the mayor, well, I guess that's the mayor of L.A., which is over 50% Latino town anyway, but the mayor, Antonio Victoria Villagosa. You don't know. It's something like, I forgot the name. What about you? I'm curious. Do you think that black people can be racist?
Black people can be racist. I mean, you're right. We are real and very honest. And they were telling the truth. You know, that's kind of like the order. But black people can't be anybody can be racist, to be completely honest. But in this situation, I don't know if they were being racist. Well, some of the stuff Grandma Ruby said was racist. About Hispanics coming and stealing our jobs and, you know, working harder for less pay.
Oh yes, I wrote that actually down verbatim because I thought it was pretty hilarious too. She said they are dependable, affordable, and dependable, affordable, and hardworking.
Right, and the backbone of the American.
Yes, and the backbone of the working class.
Jeez, Grandma Ruby.
Yeah, you could not get any more just stereotypical than that. I mean,
yes. And what about Charlie this episode? Charlie was on a whole other one. He was talking about putting crack or coke in Angelica's desk, and then, oh God, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie took it a little too far. Charlie was getting a little too extreme there.
Exactly. And so turns out Dre ended up getting the actual Santa gig after exposing Angelica for saying ho 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 wrong. What did she say? Ho 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 or something like that.
Yeah, it just did not sound Santa-like.
No. So she lost her job, and so Dre's excited. He finally gets the Santa job, and then at the Christmas party, he looks great. He's doing everything great, and then he forgets the gifts. And Angelica, it's her fault because she didn't tell him. So it was like karma.
Yep. You know what's so funny? You think about that, and it's like, really, the one time it's a black Santa. He forgot. And I remember someone told me a joke before. They was like, first of all, there couldn't be a black Santa because if there was a black Santa, he would be late on Christmas. They would have to change Christmas to December 26th because Santa would not be there on time.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
You know, it's funny when you think of that stereotype and then what happened in the episode when he did forget the. And I'm like, just good Lord. Just like a stereotypical black Santa.
You finally get black Santa and you mess it up. You drop the ball. No gifts. You forget the whole point in Santa and you did not bring any gifts.
Yeah.
But
which was kind of wrong on Angelica's part because she should have at least, told him or reminded him or something that she just wanted to see him crumble and fall.
Exactly.
But as we'll get on, you'll see how he did redeem himself. But
yeah, he did, and I commend Dre. Dre always tries. Every episode he tries. He just tries, and he did it. He got all the kids together, and they went and bought all these gifts and delivered them. I thought that was a great idea. He redeemed himself.
He did. He still brought cheer to them. It was an amazing redemption plan.
Yes, he did it. And so also in this episode, episode, Bo and Grandma Ruby, who relationship is much better since the last time Jennifer Lewis was on the show. And so they're getting along much better, which is great. But they have a tradition of Grandma Ruby cooking Christmas Eve dinner. And this year, Bo wants to do it. Do you guys have does your grandma or somebody cook Christmas Eve dinner every year?
Typically, it's just my mother.
Okay.
It's my mother, yeah. And pretty much it has been like that at least every year that I've been home for Christmas. It's always my mom cooking.
Yeah.
Always my mom cooking. Grandparents, because my grandparents live on the East Coast. So there's time for Thanksgiving, I go to my grandparents on the East Coast house, and they would throw out a spread. But, because, I mean, I think pretty much... that's pretty much the way it is. It's the mother or the grandmother, right? Mm-hmm. What about with your family? Is it the same way? Or?
Yeah, actually on Christmas, we have Christmas lunch or brunch, and my grandma cooks every year. So that's kind of like our tradition. And then we have like other traditions where we have themed Christmases with my whole family, and we have a talent show on Christmas Eve. And we also...
Wait, your family does a talent show?
Oh, yeah. We break it down. We do.
I see. Y'all make it showtime at the Apollo.
Yes.
So, like, you must have a large family. If you have
yeah, it's pretty big. Pretty big family.
Have you ever performed in a Christmas talent show?
Yes, I played Green Sleeves on the piano one year. Yeah, I didn't win.
That's all right. I mean, you always have to give the prize to the youngest family member, the youngest niece.
No, actually, the young people don't win hardly ever win. It's always the older aunts and cousins that win.
Man, you guys are some harsh judges.
Yeah.
What are you teaching the little kids there?
Work harder.
Work harder? Man, my Christmas would be ruined if I was in there and I was a little kid that didn't get anything. Nothing.
And I was upset. But this year, our theme is red, white, and blue.
So y'all have themes too?
Yeah, we have themes.
Your family goes hard.
We've had an Back to the Motherland Christmas.
Back to the Oh, that's called Kwanzaa.
Well, exactly. But so red, white, and blue. I don't understand why that's the theme this Christmas though, because I'm really not for America right now.
Not very patriotic.
Not very patriotic.
At least with the judicial system.
Yes.
So I gotta ask, where are you from? I'm sorry, we're just getting to know Shaprintace right now. Wait, we'll get back to the episode. Where are you from?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, North Kakalaki.
Raise up, take your shirt off.
I'm from North Carolina too. You know what the best part about North Carolina is?
What?
The Blackish After Show.
Is what? The Blackish After Show?
Is talking about Blackish.
Yes.
By the way, that was our producer / engineer, Steven, and this guy never ceases to amaze on the board or with random comments throughout the show. And he taught me a new Eminem song earlier. So.
And this is Kevin John. He's hard to keep on topic, but he's a good host.
Shots fired.
I know, right? But anyway, so North Carolina, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's our tradition. And so with Bo this year was trying to change the tradition, and she wanted to cook. And as we know, Bo is not the best cook or what they're used to as far as like good greens and macaroni and cheese and all that stuff. So, and what they find, so what was it? Bo was trying to make the kids do the
choraling or the singing the what is it called? The choral, whatever it is.
Whatever.
The choraling, singing the Christmas music in the Christmas pageant or show, whatever it was.
And apparently her kids can't carry a tune just like she can't. And so she got creative. She auto-tuned it.
She pulled some little T-Pain magic.
Yes.
Or Zappin' Roger, man. But see, you know, that kind of opens up a bigger subject. How do you feel about some of these mothers that, I don't want to say force their kids to perform in like the Christmas pageant and, you know, a lot of school, it's just a lot of that random stuff. But she basically Joe Jacksoned her children.
She did.
And she was like, y'all are going to do this. I don't care. And, you know, do you think she was a little aggressive in her approach? Or?
Yeah, because she was and the kids were right. She was all thinking about herself. She was just like, I want to cook. I want the praise this year. And but I get that she wanted to implement her own traditions from her own family.
Yeah.
And her parents made her and her sisters be the three wise women. The three wise women and sing, but her kids can't carry a tune. Did she make a deal with them in exchange to that if they sing, they get to dinner? Because I remember they asked, it's like, don't we get dinner now? We did good. And
I don't know. Maybe she said she would give them extra mac and cheese or something.
Right. Maybe you guys heard it better than we did. And you can leave a comment. If just go to iTunes, type in AFTERBUZZ TV Blackish and rate us 5 stars. It's really easy. Again, subscribe to our podcast, rate us 5 stars, and leave us comments. We love comments. Thank you guys for all the comments you left on last show. I see Megan was in there talking with you guys, and I was reading them all too. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, go subscribe to our podcast and rate us 5 stars. Leave us a comment. So
you did that so well, by the way.
Thank you.
Rate us 5 stars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Grandma Ruby is a big fake in this whole thing.
As we see.
Turned out Grandma Ruby never cooked Christmas Eve dinner. She had Mexican caterers.
Yep.
All that stuff she was talking about, how Mexicans came and took their job and took our job, and she ended up letting Mexican people take her job as cooking Christmas Eve.
Hey, the reason why I kind of laugh at that because I can't sit here and say I've never pretended like I made a dish and I've actually ordered takeout and tried to make it.
You've done that before?
We're not going to get into that.
Oh my God.
I was in college. It was a date. I was trying to impress this girl. I didn't know how to cook, so there was this Asian restaurant right down the street. And anyways, if she's watching right now, I'm sorry. I did not mean to deceive you with my cooking skills, but
did it work at least?
It kind of did. I got a second date.
Very good.
But anyways, but yeah, so, the thing is like I can't fault her too much because I've been there, but the fact that she was trying to, for 10 years is a long period of time.
Yeah.
I can see if it was one time. Everybody gets that one pass. Like, that college thing with me, that was my one pass. I'll never do it again. But I know, right? But to habitually do that year after year and still take all the credit and stuff, I was like, all right, that's a little too much.
And she got caught up in the act with all the Mexican caterers there, and I didn't know. Okay, I'm not going to say that because that's racist. That is racist.
Hey, it's Blackish where we get racist. Say it. The fans want to know.
But I just didn't think that she would hire Mexican caterers to cook soul food.
Hey, there are some Mexican caterers that can get down soul food wise.
Really?
Yeah. There used to be this one spot that out in NoHo, which is northern Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they would there was a Latino family that owned a soul food spot, and they would prepare collard greens, ribs, gumbo, the whole 9.
Well, I guess Mexicans can do it all. Everyone can do it all, apparently.
Right. So black folks, y'all need to be on y'all
right.
soul food
Y'all need to go cook some for y'all. Right. Or transfer and cook Asian food or something. Do something.
Get some stir fry up in here.
Exactly. But I thought Bo was a good sport about it. She helped her. They made a mess in the kitchen and made it look like that they were in there slaving, honey, for them 3 hours, and they didn't do nothing.
Yeah, no, I thought that was hilarious as well. Even when they were sitting there throwing the stuff at each other to give the facade that they were doing, and they threw some on the ceiling. I'm like, who cooks and gets stuff on the ceiling? And
gravy.
Yeah, exactly. So it was funny when the kid was like, how did y'all get gravy out of the ceiling? And I was like, they were just being a little extreme with making the mess. But I thought it was funny.
It was funny. It was great. I enjoyed it. That was a great episode. And then at the end, we had some more auto-tune with everyone singing. You have to get one of those auto-tune machines.
Little Town Bethlehem.
Yeah. I gotta get one of those machines. I can't sing a lick. And neither can Megan. She's gonna kill me when she sees this.
Megan knows that.
Maybe we should get Megan an auto-tune.
Exactly. Maybe we should get Megan one for Christmas.
Yes, we should.
So therefore, the next time she sings, we could just tweak it up a little bit and she'll sound great.
Exactly.
We love you, Megan.
I love you, Megan.
And we love you too, Stacey, Ike, and whoever
Courtney.
Else could be. Courtney. Oh, y'all.
Y'all great.
By the way, Stacey can't sing either. Oh,
she
Lord.
Can't?
Oh, no, she can't.
Stacey's gonna kill you. Oh, my God.
She is gonna kill me. That's why I said I love her first. I prefaced it by saying that. By the way, I'm talking about them. I cannot sing to save my life.
Me either.
Yeah, it's just not.
Oh, wow.
Thank God blessed me with I don't know what he blessed me with, but singing wasn't it.
Yeah. But I was confused with this episode because I just knew for sure, because we made a prediction and we said we want to see Grandma Ruby and Pops together in one episode, Lawrence Fishburne, and he was not here in this episode. He was not there for Christmas. Pops must be creeping with a little lady friend. The fact that he's always gone.
that is true. You never. I mean, you're never too old to have transgressions. So
I like that word, transgressions.
I'm just saying. You know, we've seen it at a lot of late ages. So Pop could be creeping. Hopefully not. Maybe Pop was out getting the Christmas tree, and
the Christmas tree was there. Stop making excuses.
But maybe
for Pops.
maybe he was getting another Christmas tree to put in the other, because they got a big house. Maybe they had one on each level, and he was out getting Christmas decorations and lights and presents. See, and that's another thing I want to say real quick, just to give a male's perspective. A lot of times, you know, and I want to say, women, you rightfully earn the title of backbone of the home, because you guys truly, around the holidays, you see how the woman cooks, they get the family together, they host it, they do incredible things, and I tip my hat, literally. But sometimes we forget the hard work that the men do as well, you know, running out, getting gifts, and, you know, hauling the tree in from wherever you're getting it.
And putting the lights outside.
Putting the lights outside, and, you know, there's some stuff that men contribute to as well.
Thank you, men. Thank you, men, for getting the tree. And because, you know, you guys like that stuff, right? Praise. So thank you, men, for getting the tree and getting the lights. And all. We appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you.
And we appreciate you too, and don't spill that. But yeah, we
spilled it.
we appreciate you too. That's what makes the Black home so loving.
Exactly.
It's so loving.
Well, now it is time for some news and gossip.
All right.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so I saw that Tracee Ellis Ross tweeted recently that they are actually nominated for 6 NAACP Image Awards. So congratulations, Blackish, for being nominated for 6 awards. That's great.
That's a lot.
That's good.
That is good. I'm trying to think what other show would have more than 6.
And they're new.
Yeah.
With that. So
but I mean, that's good. I like NAACP, the board, for, you know, acknowledging Blackish and you know, giving it this recognition.
Yeah, that's great. So
I like it.
Yeah, so let's get into predictions. Slide on in.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. So I wonder if they're going to do a New Year's episode. Maybe not.
They may do a New Year's Eve episode, because the thing is, if they do a New Year's Eve episode, they would still have to incorporate black stereotypes into it. And what are some black stereotypes for New Year's Eve?
I go to church.
Go to church. Maybe that can be the show. You know, the kids want to go, or they want to go somewhere else to have fun, and the parents are like, no, we are going, spending it in the church. And we gonna have church.
Church. Yes.
Speaking of stereotypes, New Year's Eve at my house, my mom used to make chitlins every New Year's Eve.
I love chitlins.
Yes. If you ever smelled those while they're being prepared, good Lord, it's vicious.
Nasty.
But, anyways, so maybe they'll have chitlins in the episode as well.
Right.
Who knows?
And maybe we will get to finally see Grandma Ruby and her ex-husband, Pops, finally interact. I think the interaction is going to be hilarious.
I think so, too.
I think so. Kenya Barris, make sure you do that. And Anthony Anderson, you know you belong on this couch. So 2015, we want to see that butt in this couch.
We do. Yes, we do.
You guys
with the Santa outfit on.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? All right, that is it for us today. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyKevinJohn, or on my website, www.itskevinjohn.com.
All right. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a happy holiday.
Merry Christmas.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.